day, people! This is Sharpino here, welcome you guys to week 9 of the PMC League Battles. This week we're taking on the Great Lake Greninjas. It is the rematch from week 3. Hopefully we can do ourselves some justice here, hopefully come out with the W against Jonah's team here. Looking at his team though, he does have a lot of threats on his team here, so we need to make sure that we come prepared for the worst. That's all I can say from here. Also, if you want to go ahead and check out the Great Lake Greninjas coach, his name is Jonah. If you want to go check out and see what he brought and what he's packing this season, link for his channel will be in the description down below. Other than that though, we should be good to battle soon, so I'll bring us back to when we have the lovely Great Lake Greninjas in our sights. Okay guys, we are back here with the coach of the Great Lake Greninjas. The best of luck to him. Hopefully we can come up with a W like I said, but things can just happen. Okay, so let's have a look at his team. Okay, so we predicted 4 Pokemon in his team. The only 2 Pokemon that we didn't predict coming. So he didn't bring the Tornadus or the Gengar. He brought a Magnezone and a Whimsicott instead. Alright, so looking at his team here, I'm just trying to think what does he want to bring in. If he starts with a Greninja, that could be a bit problematic. Because I know Dark Pulse is just going to really destroy me. So, it comes down to, so he can even start with Whimsicott if he really wanted to. So I'm just going to try to play my cards right. And just think what I could do here. Because I mean, that Magnezone could also be a problem as well. And I mean, depending if it has the what is that? Alright, I want to go ahead. What am I doing here? I want to go ahead and start things off with Talonflame, just because I want to scout and see what exactly he wants to do. We're going to go ahead and start with Talonflame. I'm going to go ahead and update the layout as we go on here. So, Gengar and the Magnezone are the additions to the team here. So let's go ahead and add that as we go through here. The best of luck to him. I hope we have a good battle here. Hopefully not too much hacks or anything will befall us, but we'll just see how it goes. So Whimsicott is the first Pokemon. Where are you, Whimsicott? Whimsicott. This one here. And the Tornadus is in fact the Magnezone. So interesting to see him bringing the Magnezone. There we are, Magnezone. There we are, perfect. Alright, so like I said, best of luck to the Great Lake Greninjas. Let's see how we go here against this team here. So Bounty is the first Pokemon that's coming up, and it's in fact the Magnezone. Oh, that could be a little bit problematic. So my question is, what does this Magnezone want to do? First off, it's sturdy. I think choice specs would definitely be an issue for us here. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly just calc here. So Talonflame OU Sword Dance against a Magnezone. Let's see, sturdy. Yeah, more likely sturdy. Look, it's probably sturdy with some choice specs. Just having a look at his team. So going for the electric type move just seems so predictable, but I don't want to give off anything here. So I just don't want to lose Talonflame right away. That's the only thing I have, is that I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to go ahead and swap to Dragalge, because I know Dragalge will actually handle this pretty well. The question is, what does he want to do? That's the only thing I have against here, is just what does he want to do to possibly hurt the Talonflame? Because I mean, Magnezone can probably take a Flare Lift. Let me just go ahead and just cap it Flare Lift. Magnemite, what the hell? No, Magnezone. There we are. OU choice. There we go. So we go ahead and swap into Dragalge. He's going to go ahead and go straight for the Thunderbolt here. And like I said, we could have done something else there, but we just don't want to take any risks here. So we do have Hidden Power Fire. That is the other thing now. We could reveal it right now, but I just don't want to give it away too soon. So I'm just trying to think, is he going to predict the HP ground? That's the only thing I am thinking here. Because I'm going to go ahead, I don't know if it's in my best interest to go ahead and fire off the Hidden Power Fire now, or save it for later. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Scald here, just to see what this wants to do. Because more likely he's going to swap. But the question is, what does he want to do? Because Dragalge does check the Magnezone here, I haven't seen any damage, so we don't know, so we know it's not life orb. But I'm just curious to see what, we'll go ahead and get the notes up here while we're at it. Get the battle notes here, so the Magna Zone and Thunderbolts. So that's what we've seen so far. Well, I mean, I kind of expect him, but if he specs, he probably would swap out. So, I mean, he is going to swap out, so I guess we made the right call there. But he's going to go ahead and bring Callus, which is the Slybro here. So, maybe he's made a special defensive Slowking. That's going to do next to nothing. So, I've got a feeling that is, in fact, a specially defensive... Slowking. Now, the question is, does he want to go ahead and go for a Psyshock? That's the only thing I'm going to say here, is that if he goes for the Psyshock, I don't know if we can do anything to it. But, in saying that though, what we can do is, we can go ahead and bring in Uxie, because against Uxie, I don't think Slowking can do too much against us. So, I could go ahead and bring in Uxie, possibly set up Stealth Rocks, or even a Thunder Wave would actually be better. So, just setting up the Thunder Wave would actually be pretty good, because, we could possibly swap into the Kyurem or swap into Greninja, something really fast, and just nerf it to hell and back with the Thunder Wave, and then go set up the Stealth Rocks here. Because against his team here, Stealth Rocks really is only going to hurt the Kyurem, and we want to try to bring down the Kyurem as best we can. Now, keeping in mind that did little damage, I'm pretty sure that is especially defensive Slowking, more likely Assault Vested, but you know, because I'm not maxed special attack, I'm pretty much going to just go with this. So we're going to bring Uxie. He's going to go ahead fire for Scald here, so predicting us to bring in the possibly the Krookodile, which I mean isn't a bad prediction to say the least. But the thing is, what does he want to do here? So I'm going to go ahead here and should I go for Stealth Rock or Thunder Wave? That's the only thing I'm thinking of. Like, because we could get information on this Slowking here. We haven't seen leftovers, so I'm actually curious to see what it is. Or you could swap out. That's the other thing as well. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to fire for Knockoff just so I want to see what kind of Slowking set this is. Well, it might be Assault Vested, but this might just give us information to see what kind of set we have here. So we'll go ahead and make a note here. So Slowking reveals Scald. So we're starting to get information in his team here bit by bit. We'll go for the Knockoff, find out what move he's packing now. He might predict us going for Knockoff, like right now, and actually go ahead and swap the Scissor, which if he does, it will be he's going to switch back into the Magna Zone. Maybe predicting us to go for Thunder Wave. But we're going to go Knockoff, and we're going to knock off his leftovers. So, okay, that's interesting. It's a leftovers Magna Zone. Now, Magna Zone, I'm going to quickly just double check this right here. I just want to go ahead and double check. Does he get access to Signal Beam? I'm pretty sure he does. I'm just trying to make sure I just scout this correctly. So, let's see, Magna Zone, do you get access to any bug type moves? Not seeing any. Yes, he does actually. He does get access to Signal Beam. So, I'm going to go ahead and reveal Knockoff. I want to scout for that. I really want to scout for that. I want to scout for that either Hidden Power or Signal Beam. So I'm going to go ahead and swap back into Dragauji, because I mean, at this point, we're not losing anything by swapping back into Dragauji here, and we're only taking a little bit of damage here. The only thing he could possibly try to do is try to get the Thunderbolt on us. He's going to set up a substitute. Okay, that is actually pretty bad. So getting that off there was a terrific move on his part. We have to now fire off the Hidden Power Fire, because now we want to try to burn off this this Mag Zone. I don't know if he wants to try to set up, but I don't know what kind of setup moves this Mag Zone would have. Unless he wants to go for a Baton Pass, but I don't even think Mag Zone gets access to Baton Pass. So we're going to go ahead and fire off a Hidden Power Fire. Hopefully we can break the sub, but unfortunately, now here's the thing. Now this is where things can go either way. He might think it's ground, or it's fire. So it depends how he wants to look at it, how we go about doing this. So I'm just curious to see what he wants to do. Maybe he has Flash Cannon or something, just to try to get extra damage on us. But it's interesting to say the least. He might actually predict us to go into the Krookodiles to try to break the sub, but that gives him a free turn to go ahead and fire for Signal Beam. So we'll actually go ahead and make a note there. So substitutes. So his last two moves could either be, oh, there we go. We got rid of it. He goes for the Flash Cannon here, and that's not going to do anything to us. So, oh, it didn't even break. Oh yeah, one more thing. He outspeeds us. We go for that. Hidden power. Is it enough to break the sub? Yes, it is. So, looking at this here, he could think either it's ground or it's fire. So I'm just going to go ahead and just fire another hidden power of fire. The only problem is if he swaps into Kyurem or Slowking, he'll know it's fire. That's the only problem. If it's neutral, then he knows that it's fire. So we have to play our cards right. Probably should have gone straight out for another hidden power fire, but I didn't want to risk him going for another substitute. That's the thing here, because if he goes for another substitute, we can just break it, that's fine. So basically he can now use this opportunity to scout for either the fire or the ground. So he can either just say, we'll go into Slowking, if it's not effective it's fire, if it's neutral it's ground. So then he'll know. He's going to go ahead and swap, more likely he's going to swap into the Slowking. Yep, there we go, he's going to swap back into Slowking, and we're actually going to reveal that we are in fact a hidden power fire. So that's very unfortunate that we've revealed that right away, because I really didn't want to really give that away so soon, but we're just going to go ahead. I don't know why I clicked Sludge Wave. Okay, I've gone ahead and clicked Sludge Wave. I don't think it's going to do too much to the Slowking here. He's going to go, that was a crit actually, he's going to go 5 for Scald here, predicting us to swap. So I kind of predicted that he would do that, because, you know, just having that there is just going to prove too difficult. Now, the thing is, do I want to really swap into it now? Because, I mean, now that we've gone for that one Sludge Wave, we'll go ahead and swap now into Uxie, because he might think that we've just given up on Dragalge. I mean, if he does, fantastic. But now that we've got rid of the item there, what we can actually do is we can go ahead and set up either Thunder Wave or the Stealth Rocks. So if we can go ahead and set that up on his team though, it would do us a lot of good, for sure. Because I mean, looking at his team, Slowking is the biggest check Talonflame, and once Talonflame gets rid of Slowking, we should be in a pretty good position. I don't think he has any sort of hazards of anything here, so I mean, unless he wants to use spikes on the Greninja, which I mean would be a good thing. But my issue now is whether he's going to go for the Scald or the Psyshock, because I mean, he knows Psyshock would definitely kill from this range. But once we get rid of the Slowking, we can go ahead and let Aromatisse come in, set up the Trick Room, and really let Doublade and Dragalge do the work, because I mean, they're all negative natured speed. So we would first off be able to outspeed everything in his team. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Uxie. We're going to see what kind of move this Slowking wants to go into now, because I mean, I kind of predicted he would go for it. He's going to go ahead and fire another Scald here, so you know, that was kind of expected. Maybe he's trying to go for the Scald Burn, which he does get unfortunately, but that's fine. Like at this point, I mean, it's bad, but we had to pretty much let it go, because I mean, we could have just let it stay in, but I didn't want to just risk it. I mean, it is Regenerator. That's the other thing as well. So I'm going to go ahead and fire for Thunder Wave. I know it's pretty pointless on a Slowking, but if we can get a swap into either Kyurem or Greninja or something that's really, really fast, that would actually work out terrific for us right there. The only thing is, he gets to set up a free substitute once again. That's the only issue that I have with his team here. So again, it just comes down to what he wants to do here. If he brings in the Mag Zone again, that will be a bit of a problem for us, because it means that he gets a free swap in. So we just have to play our cards correctly, and then we should be fine. He probably is scouting whether we have the Thunder Wave here. Just really, really thinking here, because I mean, if he swaps into anything but the Magna Zone, I'll be great. If he swaps into anything but the Magna Zone. He swaps now, does he go into the Magna Zone? Please don't. Bounty. Fuck! Fuck, he did. Shit! Alright. So, that's unfortunate that he was able to do that. So, now my thing is, I'm going to go ahead and fire for Stealth Rock here. If he wants to go ahead and kill me, that's fine. I just want to get rocks up to just try to whittle down his team, because this Magna Zone is now actually proving to be quite a problem for us, because I'm pretty sure his answer for the Krookodile is either the Scissor or the Whimsicott. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll wall a Jolly Earthquake from a Choice Scarf Krookodile. But man, that's... oh my god. Oh, this sucks. But you know. But if he goes ahead and just does something like that, I mean, it could work out for us. Flash Cannon will definitely hurt, that's for sure. The only thing is, if he has Hidden Power Fire to try to take on the the dew blade, that could be problematic for us. But it just depends what he wants to do now. If he wants to go ahead and expect us to swap into Dragalge, I mean, that would work out for us, because that just means we just go for the 3 stealth rocks. He might be debating whether to do a double swap and expect me to bring Dragalge on the Slowking, so Slowking can free heal on something, which I mean would be good if he can. So we're going to go ahead 5 stealth rock. He does stay in here. More likely he's probably going to go for the flash cannon or the substitute, depending on who wants to go here. He's going to go for the flash cannon. And the flash cannon is going to do... That was a crit. So I mean, we got a crit on his Slowking, so I guess a crit on that wasn't there. So what goes through that was a flash cannon. So he has 1 move left that we have yet to see. So I'm going to go ahead now. Maybe he's expecting us to swap into the dew blade. Let me just check the dew blade here, because I can't remember what the dew blade moves is. It doesn't pursuit. But really you can't touch the mag zone at all. So I'm just trying to think, should we just let this Uzi go, or keep it as death fodder? I'm just trying to think, because we can't really bring in the Aromatisse on that there. So what I might actually do is I might go ahead and just fire for Psychic here, because I mean at this point I don't think it's really going to matter at all what we do here. This Uzi is going to go down here, unfortunately, but there really wasn't much that we could do in this situation. So he's going to go ahead and fire for substitute, so maybe he'd expect us to swap. Getting that Spadef drop definitely helped out quite a bit in leveling out the Magnet Zone there. Now unfortunately we are taking a bit of damage here from the burn and everything else, but now that we've got him down, we've got a special defense drop, which is actually pretty nice. We're just trying to find out what his last move is. We're going to go fire for another Psychic here. More likely it won't break the sub. I mean, I'll be very surprised if it does. Not very effective. He's going for the flash cannon, and it's going to go ahead and get the kill on obviously this thing here. So unfortunately we do die to that. Unfortunate, but it happens. So he kills. So let's go ahead and make a note of that. So there's a Magna Zone kills Dupsy. Alright, so now we're going to try and find a plan to break this freaking thing, because he's really going to just do a lot of work to us here. He really is. My only thing is, what is his last move? Because I mean, we've got a special defense drop, that's the first thing, but I don't want it to do too much damage to us. And the Magna Zone's really just going to do a lot to us behind that sub there. So, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Dragalge here. Now the problem is this Dragalge actually is one of our answers to the Kieran. So we need to just try to break the sub, because this Mag Zone is really just doing us our head in with that substitute, which I mean was a smart thing for him to go ahead and bring in the substitute with the Mag Zone. Does 30 damage, not too bad. We're going to go ahead and fire a hidden power, and super effective. Good job there. And I'm going to break the sub, of course. I'm very surprised we didn't. But now we're going to go ahead. I think a Scald from this point should get the kill, so I'm going to go ahead and fire for Scald here. If he wants to preserve the Magna Zone, that's fine. I'm going to just try to kill it, because now he's got a special defense drop that we've got to keep in mind. I'm pretty sure he's going to let it go ahead now. He's going to go ahead and fire for Flash Cannon. I'm going to let the Magna Zone go here. I'm going to go ahead and fire for Scald here, because I'm pretty sure with the special defense drop he is going to get the kill, and sure enough there it is. So Dragalge kills Magna Zone. Alright, so unfortunate that, you know, the Magna Zone just had the substitute that really was just such a huge problem for us, and my capture card just shit itself. Come on, boy. Don't do this to me. Let's go ahead and work it back in here. Come on, then. There we go. Okay, so now he's probably deciding what is he going to go ahead and do now. Is he going to bring in the Dragalge, or is he going to bring in something else? Because now we've got the rocks in. The only way for him to get rid of the rocks is if he brings in the scissor. That's the only way he can get rid of it. But if he uses deep, I mean, I don't think he'd bring it in knowing that we have HP Fire. But keep in mind, the HP Fire is only going to do 80% damage. Because remember, in the team builder, we discussed how Hidden Power Fire versus Mega Scissor, and at most it would do just about 80% damage. Just trying to think, because I mean, we got Aromatisse and everything else there, so we could try to pass off a wish later on the Aromatisse, and the biggest check for Aromatisse is gone, which is fantastic. But now that we have Aromatisse, Frozen Ozone, so that is this thing right here. So now, the question is, do we want to let this Dragalge go? Because I mean, at this point, Krookodiles can still do a bit of work if we can set up the Trick Room. That's the only thing here. Or you can just go ahead and fire off an Ice Beam. If he's Choice Specs Ice Beam, that could do quite a bit of damage to us. And, I mean, I for one would not want to go ahead and just let that go. So, is it in our best interest to let it go to Ice Beam? Let me just quickly just calc for a second. I'm going to quickly just calc. So let's see, Blade. Let's go Explore up against Hero. Choice Specs. How much would an Ice Beam do? Ice Beam would do half, and that's with no special defensive investment. Well, I mean, I don't want to let it go to that. I mean, more likely he'll swap into the, more likely that he will swap into, actually, you know what, that's a good idea. If we swap into Blade, he locks himself to Ice Beam, and then he swaps out into the Slowking to try to get the region off. We go for Pursuit. How much would a Pursuit do to a Kyurem? Let me just go ahead and just change it. So let's go for Pursuit. How much would a Pursuit do to a Kyurem if he goes and swaps? So it does 14.3, times that by 2. That is 24%. So with the rocks and everything else, I really think at this point Krookodiles is not going to do much against the rest of his team here. I mean, no, it really isn't. So I'm going to go ahead and fire for Dracomir. He's probably going to fire for an Ice Beam here. He's going to substitute. Okay, this guy is real. He thought we were going to swap out. So we're going to go ahead and fire for Draco Meteor here. So, I guess that was fantastic of us to stay in here. So he got a bit greedy there, trying to stop the substitute. Man, his entire team's got substitute here. Could you stop that, please? Alright, so let's go. Kyurem reveals substitute. So it's not a Choice Specs Kyurem, which is interesting. So I will just go ahead and fire for another Draco Meteor, because if he's trying to stay in here long enough to survive something, I guess, then us going for Draco Meteor was probably the best move we made, because he probably expected us to swap, and he's going to go for the Dragon Pulse, and that probably will get the kill on us. Yep, so we'll go ahead. So Kyurem kills Gougy, and we've also seen Dragon Pulse, so that's information we need to take into account. So now that he's revealed that, I'm actually curious to see what we should do next, because my goddamn capture card, would you stop, please? Goddamn, my capture card is just being a bitch. I don't know why. Alright, so what are our options here? I'm just trying to think. I think we can go ahead and set up the Trick Room. Why not? I don't think why we shouldn't give it. You know what, I probably should have swapped into Aromatisse, man. I don't know why I didn't do that. So we're going to go ahead and swap into the Aromatisse here. We can go ahead and set up the Trick Room right now. This Trick Room, I think, will definitely do us some good against this team over here. Because, I mean, all his team, except for the Slowbro, oh sorry, the Slowking, sorry. The rest of his team is pretty strong here. So, this can definitely do the work against his team. If he swaps into Scizor, that might be a bit bad. But, in saying that, we can go ahead and do some work against this team over here. And the rocks, he's going to go ahead and fight Flash Cannon. Oh boy, Flash Cannon. Oh, it's going to hurt. Oh, we live it though. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. And that's Life Orb. Okay, so Flash Cannon, Life Orb. Okay, so Flash Cannon. So he predicted us to bring that. We go ahead and set up the Trick Room here. So now is one of two things can happen here. One of two things can happen. He can either predict us to go for the Moonblast and bring in the Scizor, or we can go ahead and set up a Wish, bring ourselves back up, and maybe we can do something. Maybe we can do something, which will be good again for this team here. So one of two things is going to happen. One, we can predict the swap and go for Talonflame, which would be fantastic for us. I just don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Because Rocks, I think, would definitely kill from this range. So I don't know if he would just let it go. Yeah, he's just going to let it go, because I'm pretty sure the Rocks from this point will go ahead and get the kill on the Kyurem. So we do get the kill on the Kyurem, which is fantastic. So Aromatisse kills Kyurem. So really we've been exchanging kill after kill after kill. Now the question is, what does he want to bring in against us now? Because, I mean, the Mega Scizor is definitely an issue. Definitely an issue, to say the least. Now the Scizor, if he sets up Swords Dance, it can be a bit of a problem, but we do have a lot of different answers for the Scizor. I mean, Talonflame definitely will pack a punch against the Scizor.
but we've got the Trick Room in effect, so we have to be careful with that. So it really comes down to personally how we want to attack this. Because I mean, if we bring in Doublade, he really can't touch it unless he has knockoff. That's the only thing that he could do that hurts the Doublade. If he doesn't have knockoff though, we'll be in a better position. But now it just comes down to what we think, because he could even bring in Slowking and take advantage of the fact that his Slowking will actually be pretty fast. That's the other thing as well, is that he could take advantage of the fact that his Slowking is actually pretty slow. More than likely though, if he's Sassy Nature, which is like my Dragouge, which is now gone, he might be able to play around with us quite a bit. So maybe the Trick Room is good. The Trick Room is definitely good, because I mean it restricts the play with the Greninja. The only thing is his Whimsicott has Prankster, so you can just play around it, and the Slowking could definitely play around as well. That's the only thing that I don't like about setting up the Trick Room at this conjuncture of the game. However, if he does bring a Slowking, Oblivion, which is the Scissor, because I do remember that from our last battle. Now, again, one of two things can happen here. He's going to either set up the Swords Dance, or go straight for the Bullet Punch. I'm going to go ahead and set up a Wish, and if he goes for the Swords Dance, that works out for us, because then it just means we get a free turn. And we could possibly burn off the Trick Room, because at this point the Trick Room actually is going to do a lot more damage to us than would. Because I mean, the only Pokemon that's going to help is the Doublade. Really, that's the only Pokemon that's going to help. And with obviously the Gyro Ball and everything else, you know, it can do some work for us. But I'm just deciding what he wants to do here. If he goes for Swords Dance, like I said, that works out great for us, because it means we just get our health back and we're all good. Because then we can go for Protect, and then we just set up here. So really, it just comes down to what does this Scissor want to do? Because obviously it has to Mega Evolve. So he's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve here. Now is he going to go for the Swords Dance, predicting us to swap out the Ramatisse, or is he just going to go straight for the Bullet Punch? We go for Wish, so he actually, I think he did go for Swords Dance. I think he actually did go for Swords Dance. Because why else? He's going to set up Substitute. Oh my god, what is it with Substitute? Oh! He's going to set up a Substitute here, so... Oh my god, stop that! Capture card, fuck off, asshole! Alright, so more than likely... Okay, this is kind of bad now that we've seen that. Now this is actually kind of bad, so I'm going to go ahead and fight... He's going to fucking set up on me. Fuck. So we just wasted that turn giving him a Substitute as we went for a Wish. I'm going to go ahead and fire for Moonblast just to see how much damage it does to... But at this point, oh my god, this fucking thing is just going to set up on us and it's probably going to murder us here. Because I don't think a Moonblast is going to be enough to burn off the Substitute. Unless he's specially defensive bulk. But oh man, this is actually kind of bad right now. Because now we're giving him a chance to substitute. He might set up the Swords Dance. This is almost like our first matchup. Because our first matchup, that's exactly what he tried to do. He tried to go ahead and just go for the substitute. And just do these plays here. So I mean... I'm just interested to see where he wants to go with this. Because I mean, we do go for the Moonblast. More likely it won't kill. If he gets greedy though, this could work out for us. So not very effective, and he's going to go ahead and set up the Swords Dance. So this can work out for us, but we have to burn off the substitute. That's the first thing we have to do, is burn off the substitute. So we go ahead and get our Wish back. Fantastic, great. But we have to break the substitute. I'm hoping, I'm praying that this Moonblast will be enough to get the kill, because I think after this we have one more turn of Trick Room, and then or we can just go ahead and fire for Bullet Punch. That's the only thing I could see him doing from here, is just going ahead and fire for Bullet Punch. If he gets greedy and goes for another Swords Dance though, it can work out for us in the long run. It can actually work out for us, because, you know, we've got obviously the Talonflame sitting in the back there, and I'm pretty sure Brave Bird might get the kill on the Scissor. So we're going for a second Moonblast here. Not very effective. It's going to break this up. Yes, okay, that's good. That is good. That's good. He's going to go for another Swords Dance. He is getting greedy as fuck. He is getting greedy as fuck. Okay, so more than likely, okay. Right now I feel like all he's going to do now is just going to set up the substitute again. I feel like that's all he's going to do now. He's just going to go ahead and fire up the substitute again. Because he basically... Fucking capture card! Stop it! Good God, man! Because I'm pretty sure +2 Bullet Punch will... sorry, it's +4. +4 Bullet Punch will go ahead. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Talonflame here. Let's see if he goes ahead. He's going to substitute again. So... Alright, so this can go one of two ways. I'm gonna go ahead and fire off a Brave Bird. God damn it, this capture card, stop it. I'm just gonna go ahead, unplug it and replug it in. And hopefully it's gonna work now. Seriously, stop. I'm gonna go ahead and fire off the Brave Bird to break the sub. The USB device not recognized. Oh, please don't do this to me now. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go for the Brave Bird. We're gonna break the sub here. Ah, it's malfunctioning. Okay, great. He goes for the knockoff and he's probably going to get the kill on my Talonflame. Yeah, he does. Okay, so he just went for the knockoff and killed my Talonflame here. So that is very unfortunate that that's what's happened. You know, is that he's gone ahead and done that and revealed the knockoff. Now is the question. Now is a big question. It's a big question. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Doublade now, because what I want to do with this Doublade is... Actually, I don't think... Will a plus 4 bullet punch kill the... Will a plus 4 bullet punch kill my... Well, he's got knockoff. I'm still going to go ahead and fire for Shadow Snake. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and fire for Shadow Snake here. I'm hoping. I'm pretty sure it's going to kill anyway. I'm pretty sure I've lost this game here. Just because I've let him set up too much. I think that's what's going to happen. That knockoff is going to Oko, and I think that he's going to get a Mega Scissor Sweep right here. I think it's basically the gist of it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Krookodile in here. Now here's the biggest thing here. I'm pretty sure a plus 4 bullet punch will go ahead and get the kill on us here because it's Moxie's freaking choice stuff. I'm going to go ahead and fire for an Earthquake. He's probably going to get the kill on us, more likely. And then he's just going to win from here. Because that Mega Scissor, he's got substitute of everything. Like, fuck off. So we go ahead, see the bullet punch come through. It's going to get the kill on the Krookodile. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to lose this game 4-0 to a swept Mega Scissor. So, a good game to, obviously, the Great Lake Greninjas. Again, we've lost, but this time it's actually worse. We actually lost by a bigger margin. So that is just not cool. Not cool at all. And... Again, my fucking capture card is just fucking up, man. Seriously, this capture card, it's either cable or the capture card. I'm pretty sure it's the cable. Seriously, that's being a giant shit here. So, unfortunately, we're going to lose this game 4-0 to the Great Lake Greninjas. And unfortunately, yeah, as you can see there, the fucking Scissor, man. The fucking Scissor. Just setting up the fucking substitute. His entire team has substitute. Fuck off. But anyways, that's going to be the game for us today. Next week, we are going to take on... let me just quickly double check here. I think we're taking on the Jersey Dwebbles next week. I'm pretty sure. Let me go ahead and check the thumbnails here. And we are in fact versing the... No, we are versing the... it wasn't going to be the Dust Ministries, they dropped, so it's going to be the Oregon Ducklets. So stay tuned for the team builder next week, and until next time I see you guys, stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later!